Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Hey.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's start
let's
this show. King Roman News. Coming just for you. King Roman News. Coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King
Let's go.
Let's start this show.
Stupid. Kick me out. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This stupid ass thing kicked me out. I'm so sorry. God damn, StreamYard. Not today. Hey, okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Thank you for being back for another show Friday where we do a mix of hot topics and local news. And today we're leaning way more towards local news. I have so many crazy stories. Please check the description box out right now so you can see what we'll be talking about today. Thank you all for being here again. I appreciate it. Good morning. What up, news crew? Hey, Tristan. Britain, girl, what's popping? I have an appointment this morning, so I will catch the replay. Have a great Friday. You too. Thank you for coming through. You know I love you, girl. Lady K, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, boo. Naries, what's popping? You know I got your message. And before I could reply to you, I said, let me do a double confirmation. So I'm double confirming that, and then I'll reply to you because you're not going to be on me. I said, look at this here. But thank you. Yep, it's going to be a little secret between you and I when they go out. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I hope all is well with you, your family, and everything. Because the last I remember you telling us that stuff was going on with your fam. So I hope everything is well. Good morning, Ambrosia. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Sharika. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nate, what's good? What's good, Nate? What's up? El Presson. Good morning, happy Friday evening, and King had finally called a show when I'm not working. Okay, so you got a nice Friday off. You got a nice is today off like you're done for the weekend. If so, I hope you have a great 3-day weekend. Not kicked you out like Diddy. You know, you see, you already at it because that's a double entendre. I'm not doing that with you. I'm not doing that with you. Me too. I'm glad you did too. Me too. We got some crazy stuff to get into. And my final story of today is a story that I have a different opinion than the majority population. So I want you all to wait for that because that's a Black Lives Matter versus a mother. And I'm actually on the mother side, and I'm whole black. Like I'm all black, but we're gonna get into that. One of the people in the back, including me. Good morning to you, boo. What up? What up? Hey, Kervixen, what's popping? I'm good. Everyone is fine. Okay, good. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad to hear. And I hope you are making it through this hot ass heat wave. I mean, baby, it's been so hot. It's been stupid hot. Can't even walk my dog. I can't do nothing that I want to do. I was watching this girl out my window and she got out her car to sit in some grass and lay her towel out. I said, I wonder how long this gonna sit. I wonder how long she's gonna do this. So I sat there and watched her, baby. It was 5 minutes later. She wrapped her shit up and got right back in the car. Between the bugs flying, I'm like, yeah, it ain't that kind of day. Yesterday was really, really hot. So y'all stay cool. Joanna, good morning, good morning. What up? Hey, Slim Body Benz, what's goody? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we have a lot to talk about today, a lot to get into. I'm gonna go into some good news, and then I'm gonna go into a mix of hot topics, local news. It wasn't really a lot of hot topics going on. A lot of stuff I missed because Friday I didn't really have a show, so I didn't have a lot of those topics I didn't cover, but we just missed them. But I'll try to recover some of those in today's show. So we're gonna kick right off into it. You know, when they kick you out, all your little screens in the background, all of that shit is unloading. So you gotta reload all of that. So y'all give me a little minute. But before I do that, please make sure you hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please comment. I appreciate it. I did I did get a comment from one of my boo-boos that chill on the red ball, holding that red ball down, because sometimes people like to come in and watch the video and like go back if they miss it. And I red ball it. I turn the red ball off so that people could stay, enjoy the show versus just going all the way back and then coming in. But like I was told, sometimes it's best to just allow people to view you and consume you the way they want to. So I'm cool with that. So I turned that off for you all. So shout out to him. He know who he is. All right, let's get. Oh, all right. Listen, and I'll be trying not to say your name, but I'm going to say your name this morning, like it or not. Zappy, Zap, Zap. Good morning to you, and shout out to you. Thank you so much for just feedback, honest feedback, and genuine support, and like. I mean, I appreciate it, and it's nothing that he wouldn't tell or say to anyone else that he enjoyed as a content creator. And so I appreciate your feedback. I mean, it'd be like, stuff that people would genuinely tell you if they, hey, you might want to do this, hey, you might not want to do that. I appreciate all of that, and I welcome anyone who wants to give me that feedback. And to the ones who are sending me messages in the DMs and stuff like that, I appreciate that because it's engaging. You help me know what I need to get better on, and it's little shit that I don't need to worry about. Like, let that go. So shout out to you. I know I'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna, but shout out to you. Fuck that shit. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. All right, now let's get into this show. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into some good stuff. So shout out to Metro Boomin. Okay, shout out to Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin has paid off the mortgage of the house belonging to the wife of the security guard who was killed in the Buffalo mass shooting. So if you don't remember, the security guard who was the first to try to apprehend the shooter was shot and killed. Among one of the people to first try to apprehend him was shot and killed. And so Metro Boomin went and paid off their home. They posted this little message. How many producers do you know look out for those people when they need it most? Gotta say thanks to my favorite producer, Metro Boomin. He called me and asked if he could help me during my tragic loss and did just that. No more mortgage, paid in full. So shout out to him. Definitely could be a moment for him to chase clout because I'm sure he has the money to do so. But at the same time, I think this was a good nod for us to come up and support our own people. So shout out to Metro Woman for that. I thought it was very, very nice when I saw this. I said, "Oh, that's sweet. That was very, very sweet of him." Um, I'm making it in the heat, baby. Listen, it is hot as hell. All right, now moving right along, let's get into this family fight. So there was this family fight at Disney World, and now I got the clip, and we're gonna watch this clip. But let me break it down to you. So this one family, I can just keep it real with the news crew. The black family had on matching fits. We going to a family reunion. We at Disney, Magic Kingdom, wherever. We got our shirts, our family shirts on. We got the same color bottoms. We all looking like, we together. And then you have the other group who may not, they're just coming as a family thing. So that's the case you hear. And the other family just so happened to be Latinos. Okay. So as the black family is standing in line, the other family, as they're in line, one of them decide that they forgot their phone. They forgot their phone at another ride. So they get out of line, they go get their phone. And as they try to jump back in line where their family was, the black family was like, hold up, Sway. No, you can't do that. And in the midst of them doing that, one of the girls from the other family who wasn't dressed properly, and the reason I'm describing it like that, because that's how the news article described it. They said in the same clothes. They wouldn't describe them by race. And I said, I see what you're doing, but I'm going to do that because this is the similarity, the only difference that you have. So they got into a tussle. Well, the black family didn't really like that too much, so they waited for the family to come outside off the ride of the park, and they decided to do this. Now I'm just sitting here looking like, is it this fucking serious, y'all? I'm just I'm embarrassed. I'm sitting here looking like, is it this serious? Down at Disney World, we finna brawl. But yes, that's absolutely what happened. Hold on. What the freak is going on here? Check this out. Now remember, I told you the uniform was the black family and the other family was a Latino family.
It's shocking that security's not here at Orange County. They get here both behind curtain and people be excluded from here for Hey, look at this guy. Holy smokes.
Oh, so after that went down, the security personnel showed up and was scared to jump in. They called the police. The police showed up minutes later. 3 people from the family was arrested at Disney World. The other family sustained injuries too, and one of them had a cut and the other one was injured and they had to go to the hospital. Now, how do you explain that to your kids? We went down to Disney World and because somebody cut the fucking line, and they weren't even cutting the line. They were already in the line. They just left the phone. You would do the same fucking thing. and I have to call fault. This is a definite fault on my people part. Absolutely. I don't think it warranted. I do not think it warranted them approaching them or anything like that. If anything, you can talk a little shit like you should have never forgot your phone. Next time, I bet you have your phone on you. But to go ahead and begin putting your. Did you see them slap the shit out of that girl? The girl couldn't fight. She didn't know what to do. She just carelessly walked away like, oh, okay, like what am I supposed to do? Continuously get hit. So I saw, where is security? Security was too scared. That was the problem. Security was like, let me call the police. And see, that's another thing. That's another motherfucker who be in these schools and these high schools and shit when these massacres be happening. Folks just like him. You should have instantly jumped in or did something. You ain't got pepper spray or something. Finally, I see one security. I'm completely lost. All over missing the fact that somebody really did leave their phone behind. And that wasn't the whole big thing. I think it was a level of disrespect when she got pushed. When you pushed the girl and she pushed you back, that was a level of disrespect. Don't push me. So I saw that and I said, oh my goodness. I don't even think this is like a black or a Puerto Rican thing. Because at first it was like a racist thing until I looked at the video and I said, wait a minute now. I could see these people really trying to back away. They were really, really terrified, unfortunately, because I wouldn't have been terrified. We definitely would have had some blades or something. Did they go to Disney jail? Do they have cartoon characters on the walls of the cell? I don't think they go to Disney jail. Not when the sheriff's is called. They have to take you off the property. I'm heated on all those videos. See what Rosita did? She done started a race war. They should have had that same energy at Sesame Place. Okay, good morning, Cash Apps and bullshit. Hey, boo. Joanna, King Roman News. I know you got the footage of the Sesame Street Parade. Yeah, we talked about that on Wednesday. That was a whole fucking mess in itself. The fact that Sesame Street came out here and released a statement after their initial statement, then claiming that, oh, we're going to do better with our inclusivity and all of that stuff, completely negated anything that they said beforehand. It basically said, yes, we knew this was a little racist. We knew this seemed like it was not isolated. It was very directed and targeted towards your girls. That message gave me that. And I'm sitting here looking like, oh, now here I was, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Juana. When I saw the video initially, I'm like, oh, okay, ain't do nothing wrong. They can't say wave, they can't pick up the girls. But as I'm looking at it and I'm putting everything into context, I'm like, wait a minute now. Because I didn't see them wave at anybody in particular. I thought they were waving people off, like, no, I can't, then they were saying they couldn't pick up children. And so that's why he continued to move forward. I'm like, okay, that's justifiable. But when you come back out and say, we're working better at this, we're going to do more training around this, why? What about that video, that moment, made you all feel like you need to come back to the table and say, yeah, we did something wrong? Like, now you just open yourself up to some sort of civil case. I hope they have emotional distress. I hope those girls are suffering. I hope they're in therapy right now, getting some high-ass counseling bills, all of that shit, therapy bills, all of that. So, yeah. No, it was on Wednesday. It's lying. 6 videos. They got 6 videos of the same thing. Get out of here. Yes, blades, honey. Not your family will have blades. Yes, you didn't. Yeah, You should always be prepared to expect the unexpected in today's society, especially going in like mass public places where they can hold more than 1,000 people. You would be crazy not to at least in your mind say, okay, if something happened to me, how besides a gun will I take care of my family or protect myself? Even if it's having a heavy heel on the bottom of your shoe, I think you need to. I think given today's age, I think there needs to be some level of, I'm ready. There's several. Oh, yes. I saw the compilation. Yes. I thought you meant there was more videos of the same 2 babies from different angles. I'm like, damn, this was really something. But yeah, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. I saw that shortly after our show on Wednesday. And it's sad that it took like one little incident to put this all together for them to really come out here and say this. And it makes no sense for a company like Disney to still be having this kind of blatant racism. Like, you've gotten away with this so much and so good, and your actors are so comfortable doing this, that we're now in a day and age where, I mean, any given moment at any park on any day, we can get someone out here being, it's a guarantee someone's out here being a little racist. They just haven't met the right person. I seen one where one was high giving, them got to the black child and slapped her under the guise of playing. Yeah. And what happened after that? Like, what happened? Yeah, I gotta go catch that, because see, now you inciting, you over here inciting violence on me. I'm already feeling away. Slap the child. You had your wrist bent back so fucking fast. It's so disrespectful. So Disney, between fights going on at Disney, weak ass security officers, and then you have these performance actors being careless and reckless in how they're acting. Disney needs to get it together. It's about time Disney need to get it together. And not just because it's in Florida, because a lot of people from all over come to Florida to experience Disney, and we all expect a different level of treatment. We ain't like, you know, it is. So I'm glad that some of this shit is coming to the rug. And I'm gonna go check out that video too. If I get it, I'll share the video out. Now you all, let's get into this next one. This next video, this next fucking topic is crazy as hell. So there was this DoorDash driver, right? And he was in Oakland, Tennessee. And so the police officers, he was, you know, he was on his way around Saturday around 7:30 p.m. 25-year-old man. He was on his way home after his DoorDash trip. You know, he's driving home. He was about half a mile away. Then police officers decided to put on their sirens to pull him over. And this is where he did go wrong. I will admit in the story, he didn't stop. He continued driving to his house. He pulled up in his driveway. He got out of his car and he went in his house. Well, what do you think the police officers did? They got out of their car. They kicked down his door, chased him upstairs in his house, dragged him downstairs, bloodied his face up. Oh, we're going to watch this shit. Bloodied his face up. Now, instantly I was like, oh, wow, this is police brutality. But there's another variant here. You have a black officer involved, completely involved. He's actually a part of this entire situation. And he's being more excessive and more forceful than the white police officer, his counterpart. The counterpart is actually talking to the camera like, hey, okay, we're trying to calm this down, while the black police officer is sort of, you don't get an opportunity not to listen to me. So let's check this out. And then I'm going to share with you, it's a little graphic. So, you know, if you don't want to stomach some graphic stuff this morning, yes, he has a bloody ass face. But I definitely wanted to share this with you all because I don't know what the hell people think they're getting into. You went to this man's house, though. You went like y'all kicked down the door like y'all had jurisdiction. You are doing a traffic stop. When did that switch over to you running up in my house? The fuck? So hold on. Turn your volumes down, y'all.
There's no weapon. They're being aggressive. I have all of this on video. Okay, no, I need to record this. No, you will not. Don't put your hands on me. Do not put your hands on me.
What we got?
Bring me my phone, Zaria. I need to call my mom. I need to call his mom. Get out. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Look how they're doing him. I'm bleeding. Hurry. Stop hitting him. Stop. Brandon, stop resisting. Brandon, just stop resisting. Just stop. Just stop. No. Just get on the ground. Get on the ground, Brandon. Get on the ground. Get off of his head. Brandon!
Bro, listen. 517 dispatch. You start EMS to this location.
I'm cool. You're taking him.
I'm cool. Bro, listen. No, you ain't cool. Everything. We're not done. I got it.
Now, can you not call that fucking crazy and uncalled for? Uncrazy. This man was driving apparently a 32 in a 20 mile per hour zone, and it got all the way down to that. Them running into the house, pulling him out, all of that. This is what his face ended up looking like after that attack. Bloody and beaten. Now, he's a 25-year-old college student. He's doing DoorDash, and he's also a member of my fraternity organization. That was something else I looked at. I'm like, wow, so he has no prior criminal history or anything like that on his record. So he literally was doing his job. And now he has been faced with this. So now he's faced with resisting arrest, multiple charges. They're resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and speeding. Nothing else is being happened to the police agencies. He has been he has an attorney now, representing attorney, and they're looking to have some charges pressed against these police officers. The police department is not releasing any statement. They're standing together. They're saying they're not saying anything pending an investigation. So he's calling on, they released this video. Now the attorney is saying, can they release body cam footage? And nothing has happened. Nobody's releasing body cam footage or anything like that. So we're still here. The Shelby County commissioner of that community and the NAACP president came together and said that they need to improve their response to other minorities in their community. So my thing is, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like, given that this is police brutality, how do you connect that to like them being racist or anything when you have the most excessive force coming from a black officer on a black suspect? Like here is blatant, literally, that to me is a clear sign of just straight police brutality. I don't see there being any form of racism here in this incident at all, to me. And I think there's many of these incidents where you have certain police officers who just have that mantra. It's sort of ingrained in the culture. Once you become a police officer, black, that there's a level of respect that you must command. And it's worse if you are white towards a black man, because then you have, how dare you? But if you're a black guy, it's almost like, I'm not your equal. Don't see me as your equal. Don't treat me as your equal. Don't talk to me as your equal. I'm better than you, and it feels like that when I watched this situation. It was like, does he not understand that, maybe you can have some empathy towards this young black man? Like, okay, you could have knocked on the door. If the mother came to the door, you could have talked to her. As he ran up the stairs scared. He's a young man, a college student, clearly. I mean, there was different ways I think an empathetic person would have approached that. I just don't understand how that turned so quickly to him to being excessive. No weapon, no nothing. You're running up in the house for what? No drugs, none of that. So for me, I was like, wow, here we go. That purple character belly bumped that little girl and knocked her down. See, suits all cut up. That's so, baby. I mean, high five and spell check on this damn Android. It's a small world after all, but you can get it fucking quickly. You put your hand on my little cousin, my little nephew or some shit, or a niece cousin of mine or something like that. Nah, I don't know how I'll take that. I'd be trying to be civil as possible. I like to first, choose my morals over violence. But bitch, just only so far that extends. What you mean? Like, are you kidding me? Me and my brother was younger. We was in some store with my TT in Midtown, downtown. It's this area, Rochester. And this tall, old white man in a department store came over and passed gas on me and my brother, like literally we were shorter. So he walked by and passed gas on us. And I looked at my brother and he looked at me and I said, we were young. We didn't respond like want to fight. So we went and told my TT, and she looked at this man. She went to following him around like, excuse me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's only so far you will go when it comes to your children or people you want to respect, or people, where you want respect for your children. She almost went off on that man in that store. Me and Spellcheck been fighting for over a month. Stay out of my business. Oh, wow. I hate our interactions with the police. All of this from a traffic violation. Never heard such a thing. Yes, completely excessive. Completely. All of this for no weapon, no murder, but yet they can enter his home without a warrant for traffic stop. This country is out of control. Completely. That's crazy. Where's Ben? He's busy. He in another case we about to see a little later. He's busy. That man is busy. I mean, he is literally all over every fucking thing. It's only so much you can do, sir. It's only so much. Speeding shouldn't constitute a bashed up face. Skin folks ain't you right about that. All skin folks ain't kin folks. You right about that. And sometimes I look at those officers like, okay, what you gonna give? What are you giving? Because on the flip side, you know there are white officers who are giving that same kind of treatment to some white suspects. We see it all the time. They're easily arrested out of a massacre shooting, easily transported, safely transported. Nobody's getting stopped at a break with their hands cuffed behind their back, and their heads getting a concussion and dying later. We don't see any of that. So you mean to tell me we can't even get that kind of love from our own people? This really raised my eyes like, wow. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. I've never heard of a police coming. Baby, that's where I said, they walked up in the house. You ain't gonna radio in for, something. Hey, we need backup. Somebody else. So it's on record that now it's switched from a traffic stop to now we have to do knock on the door. Like you just going straight, or maybe I didn't see that when they did do that kind of call because there was another officer that showed up. But at the same time, all of that for this. With some black cops, once they put on that uniform, they separate themselves from their own community. And that's a word right there. That's a whole word. That is a whole fact. Mary's, yep, I agree. But they can't tell us what happened to Sandra Bland. Geronimo. Nope. And I guarantee you with this situation, they're going to cover it up. We ain't going to get no body cam footage. They're going to go straight to trial, straight all of that. Take care of his stuff first and then allow the family then to come after them. I know they're going to seek justice for their own selves first. Slave catchers also had slave people chasing their own. This is no different. They have that mentality. I'm one of you. And they're not even 2% of them. Do you feel me? Hell no. He didn't crop dust, y'all. Aunties do not play. Yeah, my TT did not. I don't know what the fuck he thought. And then we were so like young. I think we were like 9 or 10. So it was like a different mindset. We were in the store and it's like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I told my aunt, what? So all of this because this guy was getting pulled over driving a 32 in a 25. It was a 25 mile per hour zone. Definitely unwarranted. So I'll stay tuned to this story. Do I think anything will happen to these police officers? No. You want to know why? Because there was a black officer involved. So I think that it isn't going to go as high as we need this to go. But I'll stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I want to talk about clout chasing, and it's starting to get annoying to me. Okay. So Kim Kardashian posted free P on her social media account on Twitter. And I saw it and I'm like, does she what the fuck? First of all, the case isn't just about Gunna, right? It's about Young Thug and his YSL label. So you want free Gunna, free P. Do you even know what the fuck you talking about? Let's say he was involved. Let's say some evidence truly come out. He was behind some things. Who are you to do this? I see her angling for this attorney thing. You know, she tried to slide herself into certain cases and try to be like, oh, I'm going to throw some legal weight around, even though you aren't an attorney. You took a baby state bar exam. So I saw this and I said, okay, so I wonder how this wave is going to turn out. The good thing is that it didn't receive as much press as I thought, because without Kanye West, she don't really have that kind of cred no more. That little street cred she thought she had by, you know, trying to go to the courthouse and free all these black men. Well, we appreciate the help and the support. We really don't need you to throw your name a lot out there in the public for it. But at the same time, I don't want to feel like this is her trying to get some clout off of Gunna because he's in jail. It's almost like, you know, when they come out of jail, they make these albums that sell a lot of music. I see her trying to get a win off somebody in jail. So I saw that and I was upset. I was like, mind your business, bitch. Ain't somebody else? What about free Brittany Griner? Why don't you do that? Do a whole nother campaign. Why free Gunna? Why free Gunna? I don't, you know, and they said the closest other connection, most recent connection she had with Gunna was back in January when she posted on her social media account, she's pushing P, related to him and his album that dropped around that time, and he was pushing P and all that shit. And I'm sitting there looking like, yeah, not interested, not connecting. So I want y'all to start watch her in these next coming days. I promise you, something about an attorney, something about her trying to fight for their rights or throwing some weight around is going to come. And I'm like, does she need that much attention in that lane? Like, you want black men to look at you? What do you want out of this? Do I genuinely think you want him to be free? You give a fuck? No. Because if you really did, you really would do something. You was at the White House for other situations. What are we doing here? Is it just cool to say free Gunna? The fuck? I'll be seeing her. That's over 7 miles. Yes, King Roman was Ben Crump out here. San Bernardino. We talked about that, about the police shooting down a black man. We talked about that. He's all over that case. That's only 7 miles over. Don't they have other crimes to? That's the same thing I said. I'm like, are you kidding me? Crop dust. Period. Yeah, you know, she a little snake in the, just a snake. I thought you said she is selling selling pee, and the first thing I thought was those damn Kardashians. Won't they sell? Yeah, you know, they'll sell a whole bottle of pee in underwear, used underwear. Ben Crump is out here in San Bernardino, Cali on case. Police gunned down a black man last week. Yeah, we talked about that. That was the Robert Adams. That was that Robert Adams story. That was crazy. I ended on that story. That was a very sad thing. And I'm sitting thinking, like, because the man was running away from the illegal gambling facility, so had no weapon on him. Then all of a sudden they pulled pictures out showing weapons. She is still trying to buy it. Yeah, she is. Kim's still trying to use her black card. The black card gone, baby. The minute she left Kanye, I think she accepted, and then went to Pete. It's like, you got a Pete card now. You got a corny, like, you can do that shit with them. Don't they got somebody in jail? Don't he got some friends in jail? You can say free. You'll get way more, a bigger response than you would saying free Gunna. The fuck? No. Yeah, she need to give Putin some coochie so he can. Now, you know, I normally don't be like throwing, like, you know, go throw the coochie on it, but I would not. I don't have a problem with that swap, the coochie swap. Throw that thing on Putin and get us Britney back. And if she just so happens to stay over there for a few years, I have no problem with that at all. I think they'll have better use out of her than we would. No shade, RT. So that's how I felt about that. I had to mention that. Now, this next story is a weird ass story. So this father and his 1-year-old daughter was killed after the wife's ex-lover allegedly drove into them and opened fire. So this story comes to us out of Montana. Crazy fucking story. So the father and his 18-month-old daughter, they were killed this past Tuesday night. Now, here's what happened. They were walking out, leaving a restaurant, and the mother was holding the 18-year-old baby, and the father was walking with her. And then out of nowhere, they were struck and hit. The father. Now, this is what got me in the story. I was like, okay, now wait, hold up. The father was hit and the baby was hit, but the mother wasn't hit. Then the man got out the car and shot the father to death and the baby, but not the mother. Then he went to attempt to shoot her after killing them, and then he not shoot her, attack her with a knife, and then she ended up killing him. So I said, how does something like this happen? I'm sitting here thinking, like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. My first instinct was, it was an inside job. I felt like the mom was involved in this. It was way too targeted for me. The father out of everybody, and the baby died, and she didn't die. And then the attacker ended up dying, which was her ex-lover, by the way, her ex-boo. I said, yeah, we got Lucy got some explaining to do. So y'all get into this little story real quick. Craziness. Lucy got some explaining to do.
Christy Castiano.
I'm Jeff Kulikowski. Sheriff's deputies in Montana are trying to piece together a shooting that killed a 39-year-old man from Pompey and his 18-month-old daughter.
And the man's wife, the toddler's mom, critically hurt in the hospital tonight. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan is tracking the latest developments on this case as we learn more, Andrew, and it's just horrific.
Glacier County's sheriff's deputies told us more information could come out any time now. We're watching that closely. But as word of these deaths just hit the family's home community, Central New York, investigators thousands of miles away are working to explain what happened. More than 2,000 miles from their home in Pompey, a family on vacation near the Blackfeet Indian Reservation will never be the same. 39-year-old David Seo shot dead along with his toddler. His wife, 40-year-old Christy Seo, seriously hurt and in the hospital. This photo was posted to Facebook by Mission Hope Community with the caption, "We are deeply grieving the gun violence assault on Christy Brownell Seo and her family while they were camping on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. The family is beloved in its church communities, past and present." In a statement to News Channel 9, the family's former church writes, "They were beloved and served joyfully in many ways in our church community during that time. We are grieving with our brothers and sisters at Pompey Community and are mourning with the Seo and Brownell families and will come alongside them during this time of unimaginable grief." Sheriff's deputies have not named the third person who was shot dead or the other person recovering in the hospital. Deputies also haven't said who fired the gun and why. 2 other children were not hurt and are staying with grandparents. Christy.
Andrew, thank
Now that was the latest clip from this morning from this story. Now, they're naming the attacker to be her former. She then killed a 37-year-old Derek Madden, who she previously had a relationship with. They're saying that he purposely drove his vehicle into a group of people. So the other people that were killed and the other babies were a part of the other group. Purposely drove his vehicle into the group of them into a tree, got out the vehicle with a shotgun, and he shot at those same vehicles. He had just shot at the father and the baby that he just attempted to hit. He fatally wounded the father and continued to shoot at the victims as they fled. So the other 2 got up to run away. During this attack, the mother, the Christina, the wife, she fought for her own life, trying to fight him off because he didn't try to shoot her. He tried to stab her. And so while he's trying to stab her, they say they won't tell how she killed him or what she did, but she killed him. They're saying that this is an isolated incident between the victim and Madden, and that they were pronounced dead on the scene. I said, now, what kind of villainous shit is this? What kind of shit is this? I mean, I need a lot of more facts to come out of this story. First of all, y'all were on vacation, so out of where y'all normally live. Your ex found you on vacation? He found y'all on vacation. How? What? How did that happen? I mean, I want to know, y'all. I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, he found y'all, spotted y'all, saw you holding the baby though, and the father drove into the father, got out, shot the baby, and then tried to stab you, leave a little wound on you. Was he trying to make so that you come back to him? I don't know, y'all. I ain't trying to go overboard, but I'm here looking like, hold up, Sway. Now, wait a minute. I don't know about that. Listen, throw her whole box in the mail and ship that shit to Putin. The power of the P. Wait, nah, they ain't black. They ain't black at all. We ain't cover no story about I would love that day. Hey, Janae, good morning. As hell, Tracy. What in the Tyler? As hell. They ain't Complete felt like it was a setup. And the police are releasing a little bit of details here and there. Something ain't right. You sure she wasn't telling the ex that her old man was beating her and the ex was doing it to get back and she kills the ex? She masterminded. I feel like she did. Good morning, Candy Chocolate. It's good to see you. I should have known that was a white crime. CCNTV, good morning. Shout out. Craziness. She set it up. Them. So when you say YT, I be thinking you saying YouTube. You mean white church folk? This is about to be on Netflix. Okay. Let's check these insurance policies. I ain't even hit that angle, Nate. Damn. Good morning, Hot Spicy Tea. Hey, boom. Welcome. Who do the other kid belong to? Oh, that's a whole. Oh my goodness. King's Minna, stop. That I didn't even see that angle. But you see how this shit look real fishy? Like, wait a minute. Now hold up, Sway. All right, I see what's going on. There's some fishy ass shit going on in Montana. So rest in peace to this father, David Seow, and also to their 18-month-old baby, Mackenzie Seow, and then to the other two women who were also injured and shot in this, who remain hospitalized to this day. And I'll stay tuned to the story. I'll keep y'all posted on that. Now, this next story is blatant. It's clear as fucking day. And I've covered rage stories because it's lessons for me, because I have road rage. So now we are in Chicago. Let's go to the Midwest real quick. So we in Chicago, right? Now we are all in a car. News crew, we in a car. We in a big ass car together, and we driving. We go to get onto the expressway, and you know how you got to get on, and you can only go so far before that lane ends before you got to get on. Like, it lets you on, but you got to get over. Well, you know how you got to just get over before you get jammed up, and you can't. Well, this young lady was trying to get over, black lady in the car by herself, and this white guy in his truck was not going. Now, we saw this before with the black man, where the man pulled the gun out in front of the child in the car, and I said, what? Oh, man. So, well, now in this incident, he decides to drive past her and say some things out the car, call her, yell some racial epithets. So what you think she do? She yells some back. Fuck you too, bitch. What the fuck you thought? And keep it moving. Well, no. Check out what this man decides to do. I said, you know what? Now, see, this is why I don't play. So, woman speaks out after being shot 6 times on Chicago Expressway, and the gunman has still not been charged. Let's get into this fucking story, because it had me. I said, how we doing all of this shit? How this be happening? How this kind of shit be happening, and you not arresting nobody?
Chicago woman is in the hospital today after she was shot 6 times on I-57. Illinois State Police are calling it road rage.
CBS 2 Sade Gray is live at Christ Medical Center. And Sade, you spoke with the victim from her hospital bed. How is she doing?
Well, Jim and Dana, we did have a chance to talk with Aaliyah Ivory, and she says that she has in the back, once in the hand, twice in the arm, and once on the side. Take a look at your screen. This is a picture that you can see several bullet holes in the back window of Ivory's Ford Focus. Illinois State Police say they responded to a road rage shooting on I-57 near Vollmer Road in Matson. When they arrived on scene, they found Ivory with life-threatening injuries. Ivory says she was headed northbound Saturday afternoon when a construction zone forced drivers to merge into one lane. She says the driver cut her off. She then cut off the driver, and he used a racial slur. She admits to responding with a foul word. Then the next thing she heard were gunshots.
I had just a little Ford Focus. When I seen him coming towards my way like he was following me, I tried to hurry up and move out the way, but he kept shooting.
Illinois State Police say no charges have been filed at this time. We did ask our legal expert, how can a person shoot someone 6 times without charges being filed? We have those answers coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Reporting live outside of Christ Medical Center, Sade Gray, CBS 2 News.
See you at 6, Sade. Thank you.
Now, the man has still not been charged to this day. And allegedly, they're saying that they are looking for him. Anyone who witnessed the shooting or has any information is asked to contact the Illinois State Police by phone. And also, according to the investigative unit, both parties involved in this incident are cooperating with the investigation. The investigation is still open and ongoing. So let me get this right. In Oakland, Tennessee, they can run up in the house and get a man for a traffic stop. But in Illinois, specifically Chicago, y'all can't find a man who shot a woman 6 times, knowing how many fucking cameras y'all got on those expressways. The Illinois State Expressway, by the way, and y'all still can't find them. I'm so fucking glad people were out there and stopped along the way. This man is crazy. This is why you just do not be you. Sometimes, honestly, you literally have to be careful about how you respond to people while they're driving, because you just don't know how fucking crazy people are. You might be crazy. I might be crazy. You never know what our mind and our mood is. And God forbid, she had to get over. I was looking at it like, could she have stopped? It's a fucking, you have to get over. You're going to keep going so far before it's almost like you're going to just run, it's a construction zone. So she's trying to get over. He's not trying to let her get over and yell something. She yelled something back. Could she have not yelled something back? Yeah, morally, yeah. We ain't going to want to yell nothing back, but the fuck you yelling at me for? It's traffic. We got to get over. Well, why are you so fucking, where the fuck you going? You hit the lotto or some shit, and I promise you he ain't going no fucking where. That man ain't had nowhere to go. So this woman gets shot 6 times, and she says she keeps hearing it. Can you imagine on the expressway what you going to duck down? You can't go nowhere. It's even more of an accident. So now she's up in the hospital. She's trying to recover. She's still listed in critical condition. They said that the bullet was inches away from her spine. So now, because of this incident, she has to live with these injuries for the rest of her life. This woman absolutely has a case. She absolutely has a civil case. I'm not sure. It's actually 2 centimeters away from her spine. 2 centimeters away from her spine. God damn. What the fuck? I'm confusion, baby. No charges at all. That's crazy. 6 times. Thank God she survived. Thank God she did survive. And that could have been, I promise you, that could have been any one of us on a fucking expressway like that, just angry that we can't even get over. I know me. I'd have been sitting like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What would I've been able to do? Not a damn thing. So I found that to be very, very interesting. So let's get in. So now a hot topic. Dave Chappell. So everyone knows that Dave Chappell has been, being booked and busy as he always is. And so he was recently booked at this venue to perform. And unfortunately, because of what his transphobic comments were from his Netflix special and all of that, those discussions there, they were trying, fans and everyone was protesting him going to this venue in Minneapolis. And so eventually the day of the show, they decided to cancel him performing there. And he ended up moving to a venue nearby, this Varsity Theater. Now, this is what the venue said. They released a statement saying that the Dave Chappelle show tonight at First Avenue has been canceled. And they said, we believe in diverse voices and the freedom of artistic expression, but in honoring that, we lost sight of the impact this would have. We know there are some who will not agree with this decision. You are welcome to send feedback. And I first said, so this means that no one can fucking come to your show. You can't tell me that there's something that someone hasn't said that will go against what you just said here. You literally just said we believe in diverse voices and the freedom of artistic expression, but we lost sight of that and the impact this will have. Every fucking comedian has some level of disgust, your offensiveness. You can't pick and choose and then decide to cancel. I think this is bad for venues to try to do this. Either you book a contract and you sell tickets and people come, or they don't fucking do it. I think this is a horrible precedent set. Do I think Dave Chappelle will ever go to this venue again? Probably not. And do I think other people look at this stuff like, would I be held to that same scrutiny? So another venue picked it right on up. Varsity picked it up and said, hey, it's going to be here. Your tickets will be honored here. And I'm sure both of these facilities are probably owned by the same management company, or there's some connection there. But I think this was a poor business move. Now, they also put something at this venue that they always do. This event will be a phone-free experience. Now, this happened last night. I haven't saw any clips from it yet. I'm sure clips are going to come out. I'm looking for him to say anything about the cancellation, because for me, it's like now it's getting, how much are we going to cancel? Like, okay, obviously there's an audience for Dave Chappelle. You might not like him. We might not like him. We might not like his jokes, but I don't think that a comedian can really be canceled. Their whole purpose is satire, to make you laugh at things about life that should really be funny. If it's offensive to you, don't watch. But I think protesting people and having them move from venue to venue and still have sold out show. The man had a whole fucking sold out show. So you know that people were going to see it. The ones who weren't going to see it were the ones protesting. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I will go watch a Dave Chappelle show. I'm not offended by what he says to me because I find the other stuff to be funny. The same thing I said about, and people found to be offensive. You know, I received a couple comments when I said that I do listen to some R. Kelly music. Absolutely, I do. I know how to separate the two. I absolutely do. But I think if you're going to cancel someone, you can cancel them yourself. But I don't think you can cancel a comedian. You know, MoNique has said some fucking funny shit. Netflix is giving her a special. So some offensive shit. It's just not popular mainstream. We all haven't got together to say, oh, this is offensive. So, you know, I'm watching this and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a really, really bad slippery slope. You don't think Chris Rock hasn't said some offensive shit? Like, they all have said some offensive shit. So we're going to keep seeing Dave Chappelle slide around and venues cancel him. But I think it's in poor taste to book an artist, get a contract, pay this man, and then the day of the show, you decide to cancel it because, oh, now we realize that it really would hurt your feelings if he come. That's bullshit. And if he really was about something, he would have probably told y'all ass, you know, probably put y'all ass in court. I remember this story earlier this week. Didn't they person think she had a gun, but her gun was never pulled? It was never pulled. She never had a gun. She didn't have a gun on her at all. She said they both were licensed to carry. Her gun was in her vehicle and it wasn't discharged, and that if they wanted to do like forensic crime investigation to see if she ever used her gun, they could do it too. But she said she never put her gun. You're right. Yeah. Words don't put you into the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Okay? Okay? Ridiculous. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and comment on the video after we are done. So that's what I thought about the Dave Chappelle. I watch commentary so much, then I watch people videos, and I'm always sitting and waiting, thinking like, you know, it's one thing to be for the masses, but when you're like a business and you think about this stuff, it's like the whole Netflix, and we're gonna talk about it, Netflix and MoNique. So let's get into that right now. So MoNique announces her Netflix comedy special after settling her discrimination suit with streamer. So I saw this and I said, I knew that because they did not tell us the details of their settlement claim with her, how much she got paid. I instantly said, I guarantee you that in this is she will get a show. They're not going to pay this woman all this money in a settlement and they don't get nothing out of it. So I guarantee you she got a Netflix special. And on top of that, I guarantee you it helped with Lee Daniels to onboard his projects too. Because if you notice, he was quickly tied into her Netflix special and settlement, all this good stuff. How she got another show with him coming on, a movie coming on Netflix also to follow. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, you know, I think, you know, it was good, but, you know, don't let us in the future find yourself having to walk back how the words that you said about Netflix, you know, how they don't treat Black women the same and they low cut women, because I want you to keep that same energy, MoNique. I do, for other Black comedians who come behind you, who express that same sort of feeling. I want to see how you respond. That'll let me know whether in this agreement they told you that there's an NDA where you can't talk about this anymore. You can't have an opinion about it. You can't say anything to that magnitude. And then, you know, it lets me know that, oh, it was a baked up deal. This was the kind of deal where they basically threw some money at you, threw the show at you, and you kept quiet on how you really felt. That's what I want to watch. I'm not trying to hold her to any carpet or any rug, but that'll let me know to the extent Netflix has buttered her bread, you know, stocked her coffins, because I'm watching a rollout of this. Get into this little, I thought her video was cute. You know, her little commercial was cute. I said, look at them letting her just come up here and just, you know, be MoNique. I said, oh yeah, they working together. Hold on, y'all. With my slow ass computer. Look at her cuteness. I always thought she was a pretty female, a pretty woman.
I believe.
Would you all believe?
Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe this? I came home to Netflix. Hey y'all, this your girl MoNique, and I'm so excited to share that I'll be shooting my first Netflix comedy special. Oh, and in case you didn't hear, I'm also reuniting with my friend, my brother, director Mr. Lee Daniels on the Netflix film, The Deliverance. You won't want to miss either of them, so y'all stay tuned. And thank y'all, my sweet babies. I love us for real.
So I mean, kudos to MoNique. You know, if this has worked out the way, but I still have to be critical of that. I still have to be mindful of the fact that the reason this whole thing went down was because she felt mistreated, and lack of support. And so I want to make sure that, you know, you don't lose sight of that, given that you got all these opportunities. Now it's a business, so yeah, it happens. But we always looked at her like, you know, I'm for us, I'm for the people. So I don't want to hear it when somebody come behind you saying they done lowballed me too, and you just, because I'm definitely gonna come down here and say, remember I told y'all. So shout out to her, but I definitely got to be mindful of that. Like, that's what you stood for. Are you still standing for that, or were your demands met well enough for you to let shit go? And that's what I think it. You know, I don't want to say it now, but that's what I thought this was always about in the get go. You know, your opportunities, your doors starting to open back up. That's really what this was about. I blame the cancellation culture going too far in the day, way too far. I mean, to me, it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, so y'all want to write the fucking script for him? Like, what do you think is safe for him and not safe for him? He has to joke about his life, his experiences, the things that he sees, the things that he finds funny. I'm LGBTQIA down all fucking day. I am, period. And some of aspects of our life I find funny. Aspects of heterosexual lives I find funny. A lot of shit I find funny, you know. And so if you can't take that as a joke coming from a comedian, then obviously that comedian isn't for you. Some folks feel like he's transphobic, or he's making jokes that may make some people feel uncomfortable, and I completely understand that. That's how I feel around like racist folks, or people I might feel like say racist slurs. That's how I feel when people say call me buddy and they don't call no. I understand that. So what do? I stay away from that. I'm not involved in that. So I just, it just is. He's not going to stop having sold out shows. He's not going to stop having a diverse crowd. Netflix is going to continue to give him specials. So it's like, it's almost like we're wasting our energy on the wrong. Now you might want to fight Netflix and the venues, but attacking Dave Chappelle to me is to no end, because he's going to just go somewhere else. Wow. I never thought about that being a part of her agreement. Oh yeah, I absolutely do. I do. I really do. I love my husband for real. What his snake ass. Personally, this feels like it's fake and an afterthought. I can't get with it. I saw it and I said, I knew she was gonna have a special, but I was like, okay, how is this special gonna affect how you truly felt about what happened to you? Or did it really not matter? We went through all of that. Her and her husband sitting on the camera talking all about the agreement, putting everything out, all of that shit. So then they go to court, and then there's a settlement that can't be disclosed. Okay, sign number one, you can't disclose it. So okay, because you brought the shit out here publicly for us to know, but you can't give us a public resolve. Okay, I see you. We gonna have to just deal with what you say. Shortly thereafter, there comes an announcement of you working with Netflix, and it's like, we knew that. Duh, we knew that was coming. But do you still feel the same? Are you what made you feel different? That's what we need to know. It's all sort of like it's unfinished. You didn't close the door. You didn't give us the potatoes of the story. Mo, you better be funny. We're going to drag you and Daddy. Oh, I'm dragging Daddy. If she get a documentary on there, I'm dragging Daddy. If Daddy's on there, because I'm sick of him walking around there just big and hostile. Why are you mad, sir? What are you upset? What are you upset about? You're not doing the work. You're not out there giving the jokes. The most you got to do is push a pin, honey. What is the problem? Facts, okay. I respect it more. I respect it more if she did her own special. So all of this was to force their hand pretty fucking much, like to get them to sway on her side. And it's like, okay, you did that there. Is this the model for every other person behind you to follow? Like, okay. Her wanting us to cancel Netflix. Hell no, Mo, you wasn't messing with my. Remember all of that? Cancel Netflix. So we wouldn't even. So here we go. So Mo, I was the person that you told to cancel Netflix. So you telling me that I should get it now? Can you tell us why? What happened? It's like she's skipping over that open door. Like, and now we ain't gonna talk about it, and y'all don't need to know. That's okay. I still want to know. All right. Oh shit. If you ever do like StreamYard, you know, if you click your comment box and click it again, it goes away, like it moves off the screen. I'll always be doing that. So that was the Mo situation. Now, another little weird little situation is this Elon Musk father. So you all know that the father came out here and announced that he had a second daughter with his stepdaughter. Mother passed away when she was a little younger, some years ago, and he'd been sleeping around, messing around, and the family sort of doesn't fuck with him like that. Well, there's somebody, he recently came out here and said that there's this high-class Colombian woman who wants to pay top dollar for his sperm because in her mind, why court Elon Musk when you can just go straight to the man who made Elon Musk so you can create your own little Elon Musk? I said, is that how they do it? Is that really the thinking? There are so many factors that create an Elon Musk. It's not just the DNA of the man who created him. I mean, it's the environment. It's all of those things. It's going to school. It's all of that. So I don't know if because she's a high class Colombian, she thinks it's going to be the same. He's not even going to be speaking the same language. I said, really? He knocking it out like that? Ugh. Oh my goodness. I said, okay. So he out here selling, selling little nut to. I said, okay, do your thing, girl. So I thought that was an interesting story. Now y'all all have heard the Kim Burrell story. See, I have a different take on this Miss Kim Burrell story. We're gonna get into this real quick. So good old Kim Burrell has been put back in the news. She said some crazy shit. Now, yeah, we're gonna talk about what she said. So she once again is out here. Everybody wants to cancel Kim Burrell because of, I don't know if you heard it, but I'm gonna play the clip for you what she said. So then I'm gonna come back and tell you how I felt about it. I just again, I want to see what. Hold up. Okay, here we go. What's going on? Oh, here you go. What's going on with my computer? What's going on with you today? Why you probably doing this? Now, I know for the most part, many of you have already saw the Kim Burrell clip and all that good stuff, but we're gonna have a conversation about it. So I'm gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna talk about what she said, and then we're gonna get into her apologies. Yeah, y'all check this out. I got a different opinion.
Sometimes before we get friends, we have to do an interview. How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed your name on your light bill? How many of your bills in your little cousin's name? Do you live in a trailer home or a house? You understand. And it's not about status or material things. It's just about choices. Life is different now. And we are at church. Thank God we're here. Those of us who walk in by faith without a mask and no vaccine. And so we honor the Lord. God is good. I respect all of the men of God here and respect you. Can y'all clap so I don't feel strange right about now? Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet each other when y'all invite me to come to your church. I'm not as expensive as I seem. And so, I don't know, maybe you got a little left over from your PPP loan. Prayer, praise, and power. You understand? Amen. Isn't the Lord great? Amen. Amen. And so, I like coming here because the ground is already tilled with great personality like Dr. Karn. Because one thing I love about him, he's deep in the word, but he knows how to have great humanity. And most don't understand his personality because he is truth personified. And he tells the type of truth that makes most uncomfortable. Because who likes to be told you're just ugly? No one likes to be told that, especially when they have realized it. All right. Most don't get offended until they know the bad thing about themselves. And then somebody else recognizes and says, oh, I saw the ugly too. I just wanted to let you know. So anyway, y'all get that later. God is great. All of you are beautiful. I haven't chosen anyone to be ugly yet. God is good. God is great. You all look great. Most of you have on hats covering most of that anyway. Here's to you. I have a great personality. Okay, I'm going to sing. Daily I shall.
Now, after listening to everything she said, coming from her, yes. What the fuck are you doing on stage saying that in front of that kind of crowd? Do I believe everything she said? Yes. She said that's the shit she believed. That's absolutely what was coming out of her mouth was her truth. It may not be a right deliverer, but she was saying her message. That's literally what she believed. She believed all that shit. And I'm sitting here like, those are her opinions, and that's how, but she shouldn't have delivered it there. It shouldn't have been in front of that crowd. You know how many people think that same shit, feel on a high horse like that, and feel that same way? We adore them as celebrities and artists. She's not the only one, So I saw that and I said, oh, okay, she shouldn't be saying that, but that's how people felt. Her message about you need to choose the people the company you keep. That's a message. That's a whole message. However, she shouldn't have been saying it. And if she was going to say it, there's a way she should have said that. The message about the masks and stuff. Well, we know a lot of folks who are religious, a lot of religious folks specifically who don't believe in the vaccine and don't believe in wearing masks. So that wasn't a shocker to me. Should she have been saying that? No. So I saw the outrage for all of this and I'm like, yeah, but it's Kim Burrell. We see Kim Burrell doing this stuff. It didn't move me. It was like, okay. Now, what got me the most, though, was her backpedaling and pussy popping, which I was supposed to wear my backpedaling and pussy popping shirt. Hold on. So let me not show the label. So this is a one and only by the Spiller Boy TV. Pause. Side note. Look at the packaging, y'all. Chez Trésor. Yeah, I was like, okay, with the gold envelope, and so I got my backpedaling and pussy popping. Put a little card in there. I said, look at you being fancy, and it's the BPP, and this is exactly what Kim Burrell is doing right now, backpedaling and pussy popping, and she's doing it so wrong. So I saw this. I saw her give an apology. So that first fake ass apology she gave was as As a kingdom citizen and a woman of integrity, I can acknowledge that some of my words, even if said in jest, can be offensive. My intention is never to hurt anyone, but to spread love, laughter, and more importantly, the gift of which God has given me in song. If anyone is offended, I can sincerely say I apologize. Did I believe that? No, because I absolutely already went into this knowing that that's Kim Burrell. That's what she's going to say. It's just a problem because she's a spiritual, like, people look at her as being a spiritual leader or guide. Not to me, not after all these years of hearing her say this shit. So it was no outrage for me. What's an outrage is seeing churches still book her and she be disrespecting the people in the churches. I mean, she literally was disrespecting though they should have been outraged. The rest of us should have been sitting here laughing at them like, y'all the ones booked her. Hell no, she ain't going to know. I don't think any of the churches that run in my family will book a Kim Burrell just off of what the fuck are you talking about? So then in her message, she goes on to say, my image has been used. This what got me. I said, this is when you know you feeling yourself. This is what got me. I said, bitch, who the fuck are you talking? Kim Burrell, who are you talking to? You are a public figure, lady. Sorry, get your ass. Do you not read your own contracts? The minute you go up there, that ain't your likeness. That all that shit is owned and recorded. From the moment you start giving a commentary or doing a public performance and people got cameras and they can record you, you don't own none of that. They can put that shit out there. What you gonna sue them for? What were you doing in that moment? Oh, you were giving a performance that can be critiqued. And that's exactly what we're doing, critiquing your performance. So if you think you're going to go and threaten us with a lawsuit, I looked at that shit and said, you, what the fuck? Girl, you lucky I'm not a salacious person who got an IG like that. You can't sue me for no shit like that. So she goes on to say, my image has been used in multiple places and false statements and narratives have been created. The punitive damages for some are quite lofty. Please be mindful of what is both written and said via video about me, especially if it contains untruths. Slander and defamation are not taken lightly, especially if it affects my name, image, or brand. Honey, you slandered yourself. That's the problem. There's no slandering someone when you said the things. And so how can someone slander you when they're critiquing exactly what you're saying? So I knew this was a bunch of bullshit. I said, okay. But what I didn't expect was for her to bring her ass back out here to walk that shit back. That's when I said, oh, okay, so this is starting to affect her more than she thought. Now, did I believe this second stage of coming out here? Hell no. Hell no. You know what this is? This is when your pockets start to become affected. This is when people are starting to say bookings are starting to dry up. You heard her on stage specifically say, I ain't been to y'all church yet. Don't believe the hype. I don't cost that much. Yeah, you throwing that in there lets me know that you are looking to be booked. That's not just for this crowd, for this church or that person over there. That's for everyone to know you can book Kim Burrell. And it's like, see, you know, so I walk into this understanding she knows what she's going to do. She knows she's about to sound the alarms, especially if it goes viral. She ain't going viral for singing or doing something amazing. She's going viral for being nasty and salacious. So eventually it's going to catch up with her just like it does anyone else. So I was just like, okay. But I was very shocked by her coming back out here and walking, you know, she was clapping it back like, okay. So check this little one and done out.
This is Kimber.
Can I make the screen bigger? Can I make this? Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Burrell, I'm sorry. I mean it. I mean that. Not from the letter, from my heart. I released a letter 2 days ago. It did not convey right at all. And I must tell you this, it was from an attorney that asked me to do it because the latter part, y'all know I know, it was offensive. It should have been. It was not my intent for it to be, but it was her wording to say they need to be aware because of the person you are and that. I said, nah. My friends called me and said, no, there are still people who are hurt from the part of them that they love about you. Come back. That's not the only reason I came back, because I still said, come on, but they didn't feel my heart. I came back because I do love you. This ain't about dates. This ain't about keeping my career. This is about keeping the love real. I love you guys so much. And I'm really, truly sorry. I did not want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't plan on hurting you. And I pray that you will heal from this. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Wait and see. I do. Hello, everybody.
Wait and see. I do. She sound like a whole calling of the slaves. Come. You know what, Kim Burrell? See, you really, really honestly don't even believe yourself. And that's why the message comes off half-baked, because she don't believe herself. You're not even convincing enough to yourself to convince us that what you're saying is the truth. Do I believe? See, this is the problem I have, because I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments. Okay, so like Kingsman, I get it. You know, the issue I got with this was how many of those churchgoers was the offending living in a trailer doesn't make you a bad friend. That's friend who take you in. And good morning, Joe. Good morning. Good morning. People don't normally pay to be insulted when they came for praise and worship, and I'm sure she didn't appear for free. And this is where I have to say, if you have been watching Kim Burrell over these years, what pastor will then say, I mean, what besides you want the name of Kim Burrell coming to your church to make it seem like it's something big, but what person who really believes that she's done these harmful things and said these harmful things would then book her to come to their church? Like after this, right? And she has another booking. It's almost like, so these people are begging for her to say something because you already see what she's done. That's where I'm stuck at. So why, you are going to be offensive. Can you imagine her going to a church that is open to homosexuals and all of the LGBTQIA community, all of us, and she's booked? Can you imagine how we be sitting there looking like, and watch her say something? Given how bravado she is, she gonna be on her high horse. I know some of y'all out there don't like me because of some things I said, but God gonna get you too. You already know we gonna be sitting there. Who are you talking to? So for me, it's just like, I think it was in poor taste to book someone like this. I think it is in poor taste to continue to book someone like this. Because clearly she really believes this stuff. Do you think she don't believe that you got to see if somebody lives in a trailer home before you choose them to be your friend? Do you really believe that she doesn't believe? That's her. Those were facts that came out of her mouth that she believed. I don't believe that, but that's what she believes. So now let's say she gets booked at another church and someone there lives in a trailer home. Should we be mad at her, even though we should? Or should we be mad at the church at that point? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are we still giving this woman, if this would be, they want to cancel everyone else, but it's hard to cancel her because in that religious world, some of those folks believe what some of the things she's saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. It may not be to the extent of the trailer stuff and going, the trailer home or foreclosure or asking for money and stuff like that, or if they're too ugly, they may not believe in that stuff, but that, the LGBTQIA, that carries weight with some folks. So she gets a pass with some of that stuff. And that's where my angle is. It's like, stop booking her. If you don't like what she's saying, clergy, why y'all still booking her? What you didn't hear what she said? So that's why I said it'll be interesting to see who books her after this, because you'll be like, okay. So are we supposed to overlook that she just said all this stuff? Well, she did issue an apology. Okay. How are we supposed to? Okay. All right. That's how I feel about it. It's like the issue with Kim is that she offended many sitting in that church. Living in a trailer doesn't make you a bad friend. That's the person who will take you in when your home gets foreclosed on. Absolutely. But see, so now do we change our opinion on her? At this point, she just needs to be quiet and examine herself to make sure she remains in the faith. Pick a struggle. Because, hey, teacher, because honestly, she might be the next person that might need to be in a trailer home. I know she collect royalties and do all these things, but she will mess up her own blessing playing this kind of game, being nasty like this. People will stop booking you. I'm honest. People will stop booking you if you continue to be this nasty. Give the word. Like, if they ask you to give a few words of encouragement, do that. That certainly wasn't it. If they ask you to sing a song, do that. You're not no gesture. You're not the hostess of the mostest. You don't, that's not what you do because you talk too much. You don't know how to be professional and do your job. You want people to like you and you want to give your opinion. People don't have to like you when they're paying for you to come to there and do stuff. Just do the fucking job and get out. You know, there's things that I have personal feelings about that I might not share because it may affect folks. I understand that. So where's her discretion at? And if we know that she doesn't have any, why we keep booking her? What are we doing? I think Kim Burrell's problem is she hasn't learned from past publicity. She lacks sensitivity and self-awareness. I have to agree. She definitely lacks sensitivity. She has this air about herself like, what? And you be thinking like, damn, you really think you, and a lot of pastors have that way, have a feeling like that about themselves. They have those big churches in Chicago, and you know, they walk with entourages, they have their heads in the air, so they, you know, they're far removed sometimes from their own, even their own congregation. It would be real funny if she get up to the kingdom and find her key to work at the gate. I don't even think at this point, because she's playing. You cannot be in that level of spiritual guidance for people where you're on a throne and you're talking and you're saying the things you're saying. It's pure blasphemy. It's pure blasphemy. And some of them houses on wheels be nice. I agree. What if the kingdom got trailers? We don't know what God considers a mansion. Okay. An apology tied to some hood law thread. So not only is she clueless to things and people of God, but she's clueless to how the law works. Child, Clyde, I'm sitting here looking like, girl, if you got more problems than some. Liar, a complete one. This is when DKL needs to cue up that shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Girl, just stop. Good morning, Voodoo. Hey, Lena. Hey, Barry Gary. Good morning, boo. Good morning. Good morning. If she keeps on, those knees will buckle and she'll fall on stage again. Stop. And then she'll say, at least it was an expensive shoe. You see it ain't cracked. Girl, stop it. Why she feels she gotta prove herself so hard? So that's how I felt about the Kim Burrell. It's like my biggest thing is, so will we book her again? And let's watch. I'm gonna try to see what her next booking is and see if there's some footage come from that. And then what, she gonna try to clean her act up all over again? Lady, let it go. Let it go, Kim. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. So yeah. Now, the last story I got for you all, and I got a question for you all. After you see the story, hear the story, whose side are you on? Black Lives Matter or this mother? So now here are the facts of this story. Minneapolis mother slams Black Lives Matter protester advocacy for armed black man. So now this black man went to this woman's house. Now they won't say whether they were dating or not, but I believe they were dating. They had some like a relationship. He went over there, stalked her, and then shot up her place, put bullets all in her house. Now she had 3 babies in the house while this was going on. And so the police came and they ended up apprehending him, but they ended up shooting him on the site. Again, he was armed with a gun and he shot into this woman's house. And so in response to that, the family alongside Black Lives Matter came out to the site where all this happened, which happens to be her home. And they decided to protest. This is not right. We need an investigation. We need body cams. Well, she came out there and this is what happened. And I'll let you all know whose side, what side I'm on, but get into this. Hold up. What's going on? Oh.
I'm sure it was a terror. Not okay. You're alive. Shut up. Just let it go. Grief in silence. This is not okay. This is not a George Floyd situation. George Floyd was
what they want to show on the TV. They're obviously going through a moment.
This is not okay. Just go home. Go home. Because none of you guys knocked on that man's door to check his health.
Shut up. He comes to my house. Shut up, baby.
No, you guys did not come. He did not. You guys did not come and visit that man. This is not the time when the place. It wasn't. It's all mad. It's all mad. Get away from me. Get away. No, because you think it's okay to get in my kid's in the car. My kid's in the car. My black kid is in the car. He tried to kill me in front of my kids. He tried to kill me in front of my kids. He tried to kill me in front of
So, you know, I saw this and I said, wow. I saw both sides. Now they're protesting directly outside of her house where all of this went on. I'm sure the kids can hear all of this stuff in the house. And you saw the bullet wounds. You saw, I mean, the bullet holes on the doors in the bathroom, in the doors of the house. And they came and he was gunned down. Now, they don't say whether they were dating, but I believe they were dating. She has, you know, they said that she has some black kids. He was fatally shot by police snipers on Thursday morning, July 14th, after a 6-hour standoff. They recovered a pistol, several bullet casings, and an extended magazine from the woman's home. Black Lives Matter have now organized a protest outside of her residence, and it has been going on for like a couple of days now. And she's telling them this is not a George Floyd situation. George Floyd was unarmed. The 20-year-old shooter was going through a mental health crisis at the time of the shooting, the family told CBS Minnesota. His mother said she wished she could wrap her arms around her and tell her, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry she had to experience that. I'm so sorry for her pain. She says that he was an imperfect human, as we all are imperfect humans, and he did not deserve to be picked off like an animal from a rooftop. And so the family is trying to seek justice. They want them to release body camera footage from the incident. They want a response from the police department. And I feel like, you know, unfortunately in this situation, especially with 3 young black babies in the house, and this man ended up having a 6-hour standoff, I don't feel like he should have been shot or killed. But I don't feel like she should be the one where they're protesting. I think they should be protesting at the police headquarters or redirect that attention elsewhere. She did absolutely what she was supposed to do, which was call 911 and protect her babies. She didn't know they were going to shoot and kill. There's no reason why she should be now victimized or ostracized and harassed outside of her place because, you know, we don't know what their situation, their relationship was. But it's sad that it had to boil down to the fact that, you know, he ended up wanting to, shoot and kill her when her kids was there. That would have been the whole other story. So what do you all think about it? I'm kikiing at the white man trying to calm her down by saying, did you hear him? You're still alive. They're still alive. I'm sitting here looking like, wow, you are really upset, sir. That man said he got volunteer time off work for his cause, and you're not going to mess this up for him. They came to her house mad at her. Why? That's what I said. That's my only thing. Why protest at her house? She already got to deal with all of the crime scene. You know, she's already said out there, I don't have a place to go. Where are we going to go? So I just felt like, you know, first of all, Black Lives Matter missed the ball on this. Why are y'all protesting at the crime scene? Why are y'all there? This is what the community's Black Lives Matter dollars have organized for y'all to go there when y'all could have clearly been at the police station. That would have been way more effective because then you could have looped in all of police brutality or any sort of maltreatment that you all face. But going just there is a little ineffective because I don't think this situation warrant you going back to the crime scene. I just don't. They should have just protested in front of the precinct and not at her private residence, especially if the kids are still, they're sitting in the back seat. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, okay. I don't know. Maybe we chose the wrong situation on this one. I think they could have done a different situation. I think they could have chose a better tactic. So that's sort of what I had for you all today. Very variety of stories. I need to understand how police gunman shooter situation played out. Did he resist arrest? Well, he ended up having a 6-hour standoff inside the stairwell of her home. He was shooting bullets inside of her home, looking through like a not inside of her home, but the hallway of the complex, looking inside of a window. And so all the casings he was trying to aim at her. And so snipers were on the rooftop of another neighboring building, zooming in on him outside that building. And they took the hit. They are the ones who ended up killing him because he was continuing to fire rounds into her unit. Because Black Lives Matter is protesting the failed arrest situation, not the possible domestic situation, two separate issues. Absolutely. That's a better way to put it, Clyde. They're protesting the wrong side of the situation. That's a great way to put it. They should definitely be going after the failed arrest situation. I'm sure they could have done something else. I'm sure they could have had SWAT going there with the sort of the shields, the handheld shields. I'm sure there's all kind of tactics, helmets or something that they could have done with this man. But that lady was fighting for her life. I can't imagine her doing any other thing. What she was supposed to not call the police. The next best thing would have been to jump out of a window and risk really causing some damage to her kids, and damage to her not only but damage to herself. So that's how I felt in that situation. So today we covered shout out to Metro Boomin. He pays off the mortgage of the house belonging to the wife of a security guard killed in a Buffalo mass shooting. Shout out to him. If you remember him, he's the man who lost his life in Buffalo in the Buffalo mass shooting. Then we got a whiff of the family fighting at Disney World, and that was a situation where it shouldn't have even occurred. It sort of looked like a family reunion versus just a random family showing up at Disney World, Latino versus a Black family. Unfortunately, we watched the DoorDash attack. Young man going home after his DoorDash drive, college student, ends up bloody and beaten by the DoorDash driver all over a traffic stop as he continued to go home. I'm sure either he was scared that something was going to happen to him. He was driving 32 on a 25, so we talked about that. We talked about this whole she's free and peeing, free Gunna from Kim K. I just think it's misdirected. So I'm watching you now on that front. I'm watching how you're going to try to slick your way in on that case. We talked about the father and the 1-year-old daughter who was killed after the wife's ex-lover allegedly drove into them and then opened fire on them. She ended up fatally killing him after he pulled a knife on her. So he shot the other two after he ran them over and shot some other people in their group, but only stabbed her. I need more details. If somebody said in the chat, we need to look at the insurance policy. Stop it. We talked about this Chicago road rage after the woman and this man got into it on the interstate. I think it was I-57. And the man throws some racial epithets at her. She throws some back. He gets behind her, starts shooting, and she ends up in the hospital. So we covered that story. We talked about Dave Chappell and how he moved to the second venue and how I feel the cancel culture really can't defeat Dave Chappell or any comedian unless that comedian accepts defeat. But Dave Chappelle is going to continue being him. So we covered that. We also talked about MoNique's comeback with Netflix and her partnership with Netflix. And so my only biggest thing is, do you feel the same way you felt before your Netflix settlement, or have things changed for you? So that'll be interesting for us to see. We touched on Elon Musk's father, this 76-year-old man who's being asked by a company to donate his sperm to this rich Colombian woman because I guess she wants that Musk brain or whatever she thinks she's going to get. So instead of courting Elon Musk, she rather court the father, the one who made Elon. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. You better be careful. Be careful for what you ask for. We talked about Kim Burrell and her, little rant that she had on stage, and she came out and gave a lackluster statement, and then she followed that up with a lackluster apology And my question is, so who's going to book her next? Who's going to book her next? That'll let me know how really effective or how really upset these churches are. The backlash that sometimes I feel like the backlash is only to have commentary or to have somebody to talk about, because these folks still book her. She's still booked. People are still, going to see her. It's her name. They're going to see what she's going to say, whether it offends them or not. And for me, it's like I wouldn't even go. I'd rather catch the bite online. I'm not even interested. I feel like she thinks she's the shit. And it's like, girl, if you wasn't a high profile singer and some everyday woman, you wouldn't, girl, you would not be giving it up like that. So just thank God for your vocal ability and stop being nasty. That's how I feel. If you're not hiring her to sing, tell her she has no words to give. No, bitch, we're going to introduce you. You get up here and sing a song. Don't even thank nobody. We don't even want you saying bye. All you need to do is sing your song and walk off the stage. That's it. Lights out, curtains closed. That's it. If you booking her on that, I'm down. But if she's getting booked to come give her words of encouragement after we've seen her just say what she said, I'm starting to now question the clergy of the churches that she's going to. Like, so how did this work? Was this a vote? Who decided what? That's where I'm at. I know what she gives. I can't only be mad at her for so long. It's like, damn, okay. I'm waiting for her to say something. Her next, anti-homo, her homophobic statement. I'm waiting for that to come. I'm waiting for that. So it's like, that's how I felt about that. And then we just talked about the Black Lives Matter versus not Kim Burrell. Jesus Christ. Hold up. Did I just say Black Lives Matter versus Kim Burrell? Oh my goodness. Okay. Then we covered Black Lives Matter versus this mother. And sort of how this was like, I think, misdirected attention and energy on the wrong thing. I think Clyde put it perfectly in the chat. You should be targeting the failed arrest and not this domestic situation, because now you're causing even more damage to not only this mother, but to the kids. They have to see this, and as an organization, Black Lives Matter. Who approved this shit? Who's working in y'all office? I will be asking, who the fuck, who said, yeah, that's where we're going? Because y'all not following y'all own manual and y'all not being strategic. I'm sure who is at you're protesting her, because who's out there? You need to go to the precinct. Like, you need to go somewhere where it's going to be more effective. So I was a little baffled by that one. And that's sort of all I had to cover today. I wanted to talk about. Is this really Black Lives Matter or a group of people? Any protest in a police shooting is now labeled a Black Lives Matter protest. I think it was simply because I think we saw a diverse crowd. And yeah, I think it was. I think they're the ones who will probably reach and send emails out to the whole email group body base to say, hey, we're going to be here protesting at such and such time. You should come out. Send out those evites, because I've gotten evites for around my area to go to some certain protests, and I always be like, yeah, no, thank you. On the Elon Musk thing, yes, be careful of what you ask for. You may end up with worms. Girl, worms. I was thinking like she might die. Like, you never know what goes on. He might give you the fatal nut. Like, y'all doing too much to try to get the Musk name, bitch. Just change your surname. Like, you don't think and it goes to show you that some people really don't think they have it in them to raise a smart child. Like, I would never give somebody that much power. No, bitch, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, we're gonna put you in some good schools. We're gonna send you on some trips. We're gonna have you exposed. It's a lot of different things that go into it. Nate is crazy. And that's all I have for y'all today. I had a nice quick show. I'm working from home today, so I'm not gonna be in the office, which is wonderful. It's always great when I ain't gotta go into the office. I can go and make me some breakfast. I got a taste for some grits, eggs, and bacon. So bad. Like a whole nice pot of grits. Musk is too close to musty. And let's put it one step further. Okay, hold on. One step further. Don't he look musty? Like, look at that. Girl, what don't you fuck the genes? Aren't you afraid of how your child gonna look? I mean, Elon had his mother going for him. I hope she cute. Bitch, I hope you putting something up on. I hope what they say, the child typically gets the grandfather's or the grandmother's genes. Girl, I hope she wishing on a star or something, because uh looking like that ain't gonna get you far either. You see, we don't talk about Arrow Musk. We don't know what the fuck he did. He come out here looking like a character born for the stage. She better stop playing. That man looks a mess. No, sir, at all. Um, make sure y'all hit the likes up button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And y'all, we are really close to our goal for this year. Our goal was like 2,500 subscribers. We're like 2,430. A little bit more to go, like 70 more to go. So hopefully we finish that up, close that up. But I'm happy about that. Zap, Zap. What up, Zap? Zap, I shouted you out earlier in the broadcast. He's probably smells like deer balls. Ugh. That garage smell, in the country. Ugh. I couldn't imagine. That's all you have to do is show me the catalog in the face. That'd be the first question I ask. So what does he look like? Nah, I'll pass on that. Is there any way you can extract out the physical appearance, strand and replace that? I'll take everything else, but I'm good on the face. I'm good on, you can hold that. I'm good on that. That's all I have for y'all. I'm shocked. I had it wasn't really too much to cover. I was going to talk about the Elijah McClain story, but I wanted to wait till next Wednesday because I don't know if y'all know about that story, but the young man was faced police brutality. But here's the gotcha: after he was shot and transported to the jail cell, they called the ambulance, the paramedics transporting him. Guess what they gave this man? They gave this man horse tranquilizer. We talked about this before. Ketamine, it's a very, very, very powerful, and it killed him. And so now the judge, after having these folks arrested, just basically came out and said that yes, they can all hold trial. They can all be held accountable for what happened to that man. And I was so happy about that. So I was gonna talk about that, but I'll save that. And next Friday is Beyonce Day, y'all. And Tidal changed their name to Thick, because that's probably the new track that's coming out. Yeah, that track list came out. I'm so ready. I love her rollout. Like she's giving more attention to the actual art, which is the track, the music, who featured on it, who not featured on it, but the credits. We haven't got a visual yet for Break My Soul, which I think is gonna be dope. And I think when she drops Break My Soul, she's gonna also drop the next track, like do a double whammy on us. But I'm looking forward to it next Friday. Oh my god. I just ain't going out. I'm not going out next Friday. That is gonna be a mess. All the gay clubs is gonna be nothing but Beyonce. So I cannot do that to me on Friday. I'm not about to be overkill on Beyonce. I love me some B, but when Break My Soul came out, I mean everybody was playing it till I had to stop playing it. I'm not gonna no, but I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for the new music. All of it is inspired by 70s, 80s anthems. I retweeted a lot of it on my Twitter. You can actually see they took the samples of the songs and they put the song title with the sample. So if you go to my Twitter page, you can see some of those samples. I said she's giving us a whole dance album. It's gonna be like a whole dance album. I'm here for it. I think I'm here for these titles of these tracks. I don't know if y'all saw. I posted those on my community wall too, so check that out. Then the next thing is gonna be the tour, when she'll probably drop those dates. So you probably need to save your coin. And people was complaining that Chris Brown charges $1,000 for like a one-on-one meet and greet with his fans, and people were saying, is that a problem? And I was like, I think that's a little low. I mean, a meet and greet, no concert. You just want to meet him and come see him and talk to him. not paired with a ticket or anything, yeah, that's a that's a sellable, marketable opportunity for you. You can then take from what you did and then go rebrand that. You might can become something off of that. Hell yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying. I think no, I was like, yeah, I think shit. 2,500. What the fuck we finna talk about? I gotta prepare for this shit. So I think expect for us to have pure honey finna be gay as fuck, and I'm here for it. Oh my goodness, it's about to be real homo. And it's so bad because I know people want to hear this, so I can imagine all the gays, all the women playing nothing but Beyonce, and all the men just having to be just like, okay, you know, all the straight men who don't listen to Beyonce, or all the gay men who don't. It's not, I got a couple of friends who don't like Beyonce. They don't think she's the top or anything. My auntie doesn't like Beyonce at all. At all. She just is like, ugh. She always do that. Ugh, that Beyonce. Have not heard Beyonce music yet. I must be the only one on the planet. No, you're not. It's a lie. It's a whole generation of folks like them boomers, the boomers who are still around, who think that Beyonce is just like. That's why I think she's trying to do all this, push this old music too. Is like gather a whole bunch of people. Because when she did that Marvin Gaye, everybody was sort of like, okay, I might can kick it with B, but you know, it goes in and out. I like her. I grew up on her, so I'm gonna be right there, hey, at the concerts and shit. I just am not going out. I'm not going out next weekend. I cannot do that. They're gonna all be dressed just like Beyonce. Just it's too much for me. I'd rather just go to a kickback. I hope somebody having a little listening session. I don't even want to host nothing. I've gotten out of that. I used to host spades games and all that shit, and I just got out of it once I got my dog. It just became a hassle because Eli is just not conducive to staying in a room. So I don't do that shit anymore either. Is it? Am I the only one not working on this Friday? Everybody, are y'all working today? Anybody else got to go to work today? I feel like all my coworkers took off today. They all took off next week. I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, what's going on? Is there a holiday coming up I don't know about? Oh, that's right. Kids are going back to school. Not a fan. She just had good marketing. Nate, you don't like Beyonce at all? Like no music? Nate, can I ask you a question? Are you like a straight male, or are you a gay male? Or I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. You can tell me to mind my fucking business if you want me to. I just wanted to know. Woo! Let me know. And Hot Spicy CC, I can't believe you have not heard the song yet. You haven't even played it for yourself. I do 9. Just waking up again. Oh, you go to work at 9. I am working. Oh, okay. So y'all working from. Oh, okay. We all working from the crib today. Look at us. Okay. I was wondering. I'm thinking like, I wonder if y'all working from home as well. Yeah, I'm working from the crib today too. So I'll be right in the house in my living room with my laptop on. Oh, there go my Sassy. Hey, boo. Sassy. Good morning, boo. How you doing, boo? Hugs to you, Sassy. That's all I'm gonna say. I appreciate you a lot. Sassy is a really good woman. A good woman. Yes. I like when she was with the group. No, I am a straight male. Well, Nate, thank you for, first of all, Nate, thank you for like kicking it over here in the chat and shit like that, because I enjoy that. You know, I'm typically it's always like you either have gay males in the chat or you have straight females in the chat, given that some of my subscribers are from the beef sector. So it's really dope that that you rocking it. Oh, that's what I said, Naries. I said, okay, we appreciate that very, very much and respect it. I don't know if you know, I didn't even know, but I definitely respect it. So I hope you and if there's any commentary that we give that you have a different opinion, please be like, yo, hold up now, because that's I enjoy that. I think that's what I enjoyed most about joining a fraternity. I got to see like, and then when they got to know like, you know, oh, you like that, it was like commentary was like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. I'm good. I have 2 early meetings today, then I'm chilling. Okay, I'm chilling. I gotta tell y'all too, I made a new drink last night. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. It might call it my Roman drink, but whatever. I got me a little glass, and I filled it with ice. In the bottom, I put some orange juice. I put like maybe a shot glass of orange juice, and then I poured 2 shot glasses of vodka, and then I got some Ocean Spray. Now, this is the kicker: Ocean Spray crayon watermelon. And then I finished the glass all the way up to the top. It was so good. It tastes like a fresh on the side of the beach beverage. It was really, really good. I said, damn, because I drank the juice first, and I said this would really go good with some alcohol. Maybe it was really good. It was really, really good. I love all my people and all their flavors. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. That's dope. Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. We certainly welcome it, and we love all of our people, and I absolutely love all races too. I never want people to feel like just because I have to speak on issues that affect my people and I have to give my opinion that negates or blocks one other community out. Like I hate white people or I hate Hispanics. And no, I don't hate all white people. There are some that carries that space in my brain at times, and they move out because of things that they've done, but it's definitely for a reason. It's not just randomly. That's absolutely a fact. I don't just walk around like, oh, I hate you. No, because there are some really, really nice white Caucasian, white Americans who have offered help, who've guided me in my career, who have done a lot of things along the way. So I don't cut that out, and it was for no reason at all, just literally wanting to be there for me. But I do have to speak on the shit that I see, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, but y'all know I got to talk about, even when we be like out eating this shit and we'll talk about something. Because recently here, I don't know if I ever shared the squeegee kids story with you all, but here the squeegee kids, they jumped out the car and they shot the man. They shot the man who got out the car and told him, no, don't squeegee my car. Then there was another story that recently came out where the woman, she was so afraid to stop at the light, it changed to red, and she just continued to go and to get past the squeegee kids because she was so scared that they just threw a squeegee onto her front of her car. So we were talking about that story, and I said, well, I got to talk about it though. I got to be honest with you. My thing, my biggest issue is that goes to show you that this city doesn't provide enough programming for these kids this age. They don't put enough attention into that stuff. And my coworker's like, no, I get that there needs to be and it's not I'm being racist or anything, but it's like, but I need you to understand just a little bit. There's some politics at play here. Back home, we rarely had kids doing shit like this. Rarely. That's something I can be honest with you. We never really had kids doing squeegee activities like that. Back in Rochester, New York, there was always the rec programs. There was always Baden Street football. Everybody played football in the football league. We had step tournaments during the summer. It was just mad good grades, good pay. If you had good grades, you could work jobs at the Disney, not at Disney, but the amusement parks and shit like that. So it was always stuff to do. So that's what in my mind, I'm like, well, they don't have nothing to do. And even if we say there is programming, it's old programming. It's not modern enough that attracts these kids to go to it. And I hate to say that. It has to be attractive. It has to be an incentive. These kids need money. Give them a job. Allow them job opportunities. And yeah, you can't just stick them any fucking where. No, you can't. You can't stick them everywhere. Every skill set doesn't apply the same. So if that means that there's open opportunities within departments, y'all need to make that space available and get these kids up off the streets and put them in those jobs. If they're showing you they can do manual labor, they're willing to be out here in the heat, I'm telling y'all, it's 98 degrees. They out here trying to wash your windows down. If they can do that all in 98 degrees, what's the problem with having them alongside? And it also will help on the budget, alleviate some of that, but you don't want to do that. It's this vicious cycle of cat and mouse. Yeah, we'll go so far, but we can't do too much. But you will do all this other shit. So to me, it's just like it's a systemic problem. We have a black mayor. Yeah, we have a black mayor, and so he's also Baltimore sassy. Hey, that's my drink, and I use cran blackberry too. Okay, I was looking at Ocean Spray has so many different. They got cran, strawberry, white peach. I copped that shit too. I copped that shit. It's so good. It tastes like a fresh, like when I say fresh, they just taste fresh. It's something about it that tastes like it's just fresh made. I advise you go grab you some Ocean Spray. They was having a sale. You buy 3 for $7. I was like, that ass. Everyone have a great day and stay safe. Yes, because y'all also know if you haven't winning, I don't know if y'all do the vaccinations or whatever, but I have to tell you because they keep sending us advisories. But the monkeypox, those cases are on the rise. They're on the rise in Florida. They're on the rise here in DC area. They're on the rise. They are definitely going up. And so now DC is offering vaccinations to their residents. They're offering like up to 300,000 vaccinations to their residents. They're at 1,800 cases so far. I was reading this morning. And Florida's up. New York City is definitely up. It was about 95% of the population. Those cases in New York City of monkeypox was attributed to men. Okay, so my question was, well, then what's the other 5%, which we know will be women, but what do we attribute that to? How does that happen? That was my question about that. But so I went, I'm vaccinated on the monkeypox. I went and I ran down the list. I'm like, well, what else is out there? I said, what else is out there? I'm definitely one. I'm an absolute believer in take care of your health the best way you can. If you don't believe in vaccinations and there's other remedies that you use, by all means, employ it. Don't just go off of what or what you see other people do. Do what's best for you. That's what my aunt told me, because she don't believe in all vaccinations and stuff like that. I had to really beg her to get a COVID shot. I really had to beg her, because she's up in age and she lives by herself, and I don't want anything to happen to her. So they're trying to compete with Simply Brand, and it's a good look. It really is. It really is. It really is. They did a good job. I can't give them that, because I went right past. That Simply be going though. Nothing beats a Simply strawberry lemonade. Nothing. It's just so fruity. It's just so good. I'll fuck around and have a whole jug. And the Talenti gelato ice cream, which I can't believe Zap does not eat ice cream. How does that happen? How don't you eat ice cream? How does that happen? Who don't eat ice cream? Because it doesn't fuck up my stomach like the rest of the ice cream does. Why can't diseases go away? I'm sick of the new world. Yeah, I wish I had that answer for you. I really do. They send us elevations all the day, all the time. That's because everybody's out and partying now. So get your monkey shot. Absolutely. Everybody having, they doing that unprotectedness and ain't being clean. I hate it. I cannot believe it. So what is your substitute? Like, is it popsicles and stuff like that, or like the Italian ice? I like Italian ice, but I can't do popsicles like in a plastic, those things that you gotta suck up like that. That shit tastes like watered down Kool-Aid in a bag. I'm like, if I'm gonna do all of this, I might as well. It just it don't do nothing for me. It tastes like Huggy juices, the little quarter Huggy juices. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather get me some Italian ice in a cup. Okay. All right, y'all. It's it's 9. All right, y'all. Let me get to work. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope everybody have a great day. Y'all hit the like button too. Oh, that felt so good. Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. That felt good. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll probably rock my shirt, my backpedaling and pussy popping shirt on Monday. From Spiller Boy TV. Hey, Spill It. You got to give the news crew a code so that they can go and shop. Y'all got to go get y'all a shirt too from Spiller Boy TV. Bye, Sassy. You have a good day. You too. All right, y'all. I'm feeling like I want to play some music on the way out. Oh, let me tell you all. Thank you all so much for watching the videos and stuff like that. I got a AdSense check yesterday. I did not expect to be receiving one. And when I went to look into my studio to see like how it happened, the bulk of it came from the replays, the monetization of the videos. You know, we don't get many super chats, but that's all love because it's working. Uploading videos, y'all watching videos, sharing them. I think the Stacey Dash video, it was like $15 just off of that video because it's replaying and replaying. I was getting a percentage of monetization off a Drake video. It's a video I got. It's a short video and it's continuously growing. It's at like 6,000 views now. I was getting a percentage of that until he then came and copyrighted the video. So then, but he allows it to be split. So, but that video was monetized. So thank you all. I didn't get a check last month, but I got a check this month. And so I posted it on my community wall. And then I was like alerted, like, yo, you need to take that down because you got your AdSense account number on there. So I took it down, but that was my way of just saying thank you to you all for watching the videos, liking them. It really means a lot. I like that, like where we can just make this YouTube thing work for us. So thank you. That means a lot to me. I was shocked as hell because it, you know, when you get a deposit, it comes across your phone as a notification into your bank account. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, whoa, shit. Okay. Thank you all. It means a lot. Slushies from Sonic. Do you put anything? Do you spike your slushies? Is that, are we spiking the slushies or you just like them just like that? Because I feel like those be watered down too. I've seen them make them like they put all that ice and then they add the syrup, flavor syrups. I'd be like, damn, is that nothing but sugar? No. I'm gonna have to try a slushie then. I'm gonna have to try one of them. I'm gonna give it a try. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all again. I appreciate you all for being here. I'll check y'all out again on Monday. It's best for me to say I'll see y'all on Monday than to promise to come through on the weekend and I don't. Because you know, I've been kicking it lately. I've been kicking it as hell. Maybe I do a live outside somewhere. Like I've never gone live like that from my phone except for when I was like with Duchess. That's the first time ever because I never use YouTube straight live. Because it got all those filters and shit. Maybe I might do that one day while I'm out, like just go live from outside. Some shit like that. And then I don't know if I could say, but I'm linking up with Fates and Miss Toby, hopefully. But I don't know, because I don't know. I'll be looking at them, I'll be looking like, damn, I hope I don't get spammed and tricked and meet up and then somebody else trying to set me up or some shit like that. But I definitely don't think that. But I would love to go and kick it with y'all when y'all are in town. So hopefully that comes up. But other than that, y'all have a great weekend. I hope y'all get out and I hope y'all stay cool. If it's hot where y'all is, get a drink, enjoy yourselves. Y'all deserve it if you work this whole fucking week. And if you haven't worked this week, but you have been mentally exhausted, I hope you get a break this weekend too. I tell my TT that all the time. She's like, I don't need a break. I'm like, yeah, but you've been thinking all week. Just don't think. Just have your Saturday where you don't think. You wake up and your brain is mentally turned the fuck off. Like you're not thinking about nothing. So I hope you all get to do that this weekend. And I'll see y'all on Monday. Deuces. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman news, coming just for you. King Roman news, coming just for you.